Hello. I am going to be doing the homily at all the masses this weekend because Lay's attitude. What we wanted to do is, this is our patronal feast, the Feast of the Holy Family, and that's a big part of our identity. And what I just want to kind of catch you up on things, a sort of state of the parish address. And so I'll just dive right in. First of all, I want to let you know we're doing really well. You guys, thanks to you, our finances are really strong. I don't know, the only scale I can give you is 2018 when I got here. And at that point, we had a significant debt, and we had half the money we needed to raise to build a church. The debt's gone. The church is built with no debt, and that's all because of you. And I'm so grateful to you. And we even were able to hire another person a couple years ago, our holy deacon who helps us out at the office and with religious ed. Such a blessing. Our school is doing fantastic. Enrollment is way up. And again, no debt there at all. The thing that just fills my heart is our outreach to the poor at that little, well, it's not so little, is it? That big old white house. From there, we take care of a tremendous amount of people because of you. People who, again, as you know, over 300 families in Genesee County who weren't going to be able to have Christmas, had Christmas because of you. And that's an amazing gift. But beyond that, thousands of dollars every month helping people with rent, electricity, heating, and we obviously have systems in place to make sure we're not getting scammed unless it's a priest. Then priests need bacon, guys, that's in the Bible. But beyond that, that doesn't even count the food and the clothing that we distribute, especially in our cold, well, supposedly cold days, although they haven't started yet. Well, if you're fat, I don't know, some of you skinny people might think it's already cold, but another thing, we've got all the papers signed, and now it's just a big, long waiting game. We will have our organ pipes moved. Now it's 2025 that they're going to start, and why does it take so long? Earlier, you heard me reference Father Lay's attitude. I told him I was going to pick on him today. No, it's because, guys, there's only 2 companies in the country doing this sort of work, and we're on their list, and we're ready to go. We've got the plan and everything, and we built the church with the intent that when we have the money, we'll move the organ pipe. So at this point, the company is telling us they'll start in January of 2025, and it will take a while. That's not a short process, okay? But where the organ pipes are now, we are planning a really cool statuary. You may remember the days when we had reredos. It will be like a reredos with the 12 apostles and Jesus and Mary. And of course, I was going to make another Father Lay joke. We were going to put Father Lay up there. But at that point, as we get closer, we're going to do an Adopt Apostle program to see if you want to adopt a statue, buy a statue for the reredo, and then when people come in, where the organ pipes are now, will be a beautiful wooden display of Jesus and the 12 apostles and our mother as well. So that's exciting, to me at least. I love statues. When we were designing this church, I was like, we need more statues than people, and I was voted down, just so you know. What is coming, and this is the part where it might seem scary, okay, but I'll tell you what, I was terrified when I saw what we had to do in 2018, and it's done, yeah? The biggest thing we have as a problem that we have to deal with soon is this area here between the school, the thing that's not a church, the gym and the church. If you go there and you look, all of our new concrete is already cracking. And if you look at the bricks all along our gym, you'll see that they're rotting and literally falling to pieces. What's going on is that for years, there's been a serious drain problem there. And we're at the point where we can't ignore it anymore. It's going to be a big deal. You know, those stairs that we've got marked off, they were built on top of a drain field. The city didn't want them built because of that, but there they are. And so that's all got to come out and be reworked so that all the water stops soaking into the bricks. So the garage here for the rectory is a problem. All the mortar has been chewed away by the water. And so we got, as they say in England, issues that we'll be dealing with. That's going to be happening sooner rather than later. We also, the house where we do outreach, we had apparently agreed with the city that we would tear down the house by 2021. Now, please don't tell them, but we did not tear down the house, okay? And our hope was to move it into the White House down at this, I forget this little road here. Does anyone, Orchard, is it Orchard? Without one fruit tree. But Orchard Street, the White House at the end, we were hoping to move there. That house cannot be repaired. The foundation is messed up. So in the end, we're taking down the two houses, the one we have to and the one we need to, and we're going to build like a superstructure, a large pole barn type building from which we will be able to distribute our aid to the poor and the needy, and we'll also use that as a garage and maintenance area. So we'll tear all those little buildings down. Why would we do that? A, they look awful, yeah. B, that's hopefully going to free us up to someday expand the parking lot, which is part of the plan. So those are some of our big challenges coming. And there's other things we want to do to make the church more beautiful, including me getting hair at some point, but I don't see that happening. No, we've got different plans and ideas to make the church a lovely place. That the goal in building a church is not minimum, it's maximum. We want to glorify God here. It should be beautiful because God deserves our best. So we've got a lot of ideas there that we're working on. And then the last, let me see. Yep, that's the last. Then the last big challenge we're going to face is this year as well. And I can't give you a ton of information because I don't have it yet, but the diocese is going to take up a capital campaign. You may remember, come Holy Spirit, Witness to Hope. It's similar to that, but it is to help fund, to reduce costs at Catholic schools, the cost of tuition. As you may or may not be aware, people are leaving Catholic or public schools in not small numbers, looking for a different place. And what we're finding is the church simply can't keep up with the need. And so there's going to be a goal set, and then we're going to add the cost of fixing that area to our goal and try to hit whatever that amount comes to. Did that make sense? I'm all stuffed up. Okay. So those are, that's our state of the parish. Those are our challenges. And then just a few more things. What we are doing to help us make sure we're kind of squeezing every penny. We continue to be very disciplined in our spending. Costs are way down. Every year we've been able to reduce how much money we spend as a staff to keep the parish going. We've even stopped paying a few people, but they haven't noticed yet. We'll let you know how that goes. But all kidding aside, we've come up with, our business managers in this case have been such a blessing, figuring out different ways, and it's really going well. The whole idea of this deanery that we've been doing, hopefully will help us with that as well. Working with other parishes to buy things in bulk, yeah? That effort is going well. We also have noticed, and this is a funny phenomena, I hope I describe it well. We are a nonprofit, right? We don't seek to make money. We don't put tons of money away. But at the same time, other nonprofits often come to us for money. And that is a very oddly American phenomena, right? To go to other nonprofits and say, will you fundraise for us? We get a shocking amount of requests for that, particularly when it comes to pro-life work. Now, if you get a chance when you get home, look up the Luke Project in Flint. This is a group of doctors and pharmacists who volunteer their time, as well as other medical professionals. They have a bus, and they drive around and help moms and babies. And there are dozens of children who were born last year in Flint who would not have been born were it not for these wonderful people. Their financial records are available to the public, which is not always the case with the fundraising that other nonprofits that have come to us. To that end, any of our pro-life work here at the parish will be directed solely at them. Other nonprofit pro-life groups will ask, go places where there's money, go seek out businesses or others, but we're going to try to focus our pro-life work on this group, and we'll see how that goes. No, that's it. Yay. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to work at limiting how many nonprofits come to you here at church and ask for money. And we're going to focus our pro-life giving on, as a parish, on the Luke Project. How about you? What can we do? Please pray. That is not a bunt. Okay, I remember when I was a kid and they'd say, well, pray about it. That always felt like a bunt to me. We can't get by without prayer. Please pray every day for Holy Family. Pray for us. Pray that God protect us from evil and help us keep our eyes on the prize. Second, if you do not regularly donate, we could use any help you can give. 25% of our churchgoers give regularly. And if it's possible, $5 a week. If you don't give anything now, $5 a week. Whatever you can do will make a huge difference. Moving to online giving allowed us a lot more predictability in the budget. Many of you switched to online giving, and it's made a huge difference in budget planning. But it means we don't take up a collection, although we did Christmas, because there's a whole lot of people. So. I remember someone said, Father, why'd we take up a collection? I went, for more money. But if you're not able, this is not pay to pray, sweet Lord, not at all. If you are able, we can use any help you can give, and I promise you, we are accountable to every penny. We are careful, and I believe we're very frugal. So that's what we'd ask, pray. And if you're in a position to help and you don't right now, we would love any help you can give. You can do that online and using the witchcraft of the computer. I don't understand any of it. I just know we get money when you push buttons. So that's what I've got. That's the state of our parish. In the next couple weeks, you'll get substantial handouts in the bulletin talking you through what we've been doing over the office to focus our ministry and our work. What I want to tell you about finally, how are we doing? Not bad, all right. We want to point out an effort I'd love for us all to undertake. Because it's the Feast of Holy Family, we've created this fabric mosaic, and it's in the gathering space. It's the Holy Family. This will be a physical representation of all of you, all of us that make up Holy Family. And what we're asking is that every family here send one person to take we have cards that'll be available in back. And we're going to ask you to write your family's name on that card, and then we're going to put it on the canvas. And it will just give everyone a sense. There's thousands of families in this parish. And it will give us all a good sense of who's here. And then we'll have an effort where we pray for each other based on those names. So after Mass, if you would, please send one person from your family to get one of these cards in back and write your family name on it, and we will put it on the canvas, okay? So I'm sorry you didn't get to hear the preaching of the gospel. That's the most important thing. But I wanted to catch you all up and give you an update. I've been here 5.5 years now, which makes it the second longest I've been at any parish. And I thank the Lord for you every day. When I wake up, truly, my first thoughts are, I thank Jesus I get to be a priest. And then I thank Jesus I get to be your priest. I hope that this news lifts up your hearts, but also kind of prepares us for some of the challenges coming. Okay? God bless you. Thank you.